Hello, hello everyone. Minasama konnichiwa. Bonjour tout le monde. Today's live is about stepping out our comfort zone and which is a topic that I'm really passionate about. I really love this topic and also because recently I realized that there are there is a lot of communication around stepping out our comfort zone. Some people say it's not necessary, some people say it is. And to me, what I believe in is that it is necessary. And I will give you just a simple example. Last week, I was in Tokyo to facilitate a workshop in Japanese to several leaders of a big multinational company. And it was Of course, it was out of my comfort zone because I'm used to facilitate mainly in English and French, and this was in Japanese. And yes, I coach in Japanese, but facilitating a group for 2 hours and a half in only Japanese for me, and with the slides in Japanese, etc. It was out of my comfort zone, and I realized that it has been my dream for many, many years. It has been my dream to be able to work in Japanese. I remember when I started my career as a sales manager, it was 20 years ago, approximately. My dream was to work in Japanese, to be a bridge between France and Japan, and it was not possible at that time because um, the market I was in charge was Asia, but not Japan, because our competitors in Japan were too strong. So we didn't have any market in Japan. So it was Asia, but not Japan. And then I was in charge of European market. So I was never able to work with Japan, and it was my dream. And recently, I really realized that my dream came true because now I'm working with Japan, United States, France, other countries, and I'm able finally to be a bridge between all these cultures. But it's not easy. And to do that, I had to step out my comfort zone and to say, yes, I can do it, I can facilitate, I had to, chase for opportunities and be present and let others know that, yes, I am here and I can coach and train in all these languages. And it is challenging. And, to me, it's the same in any situation in our life. When we decide we want to pursue our dreams, or even when we decide we want to take care of ourselves, it is never comfortable. For example, I give you another example. This morning, I decided, okay, I'm going to do some jogging. And it was cold, it was windy, and I really didn't want to go. But still, I went and I ran a little bit, not as long as usual, because yes, it was really windy and not comfortable. So at some point, of course, I had to stop because it was really not comfortable. And so the goal of this message is, yes, it is important to push ourselves out of our comfort zone if we want to pursue our dreams or if we want to take care of ourselves. And at the same time, it is also important to listen to ourselves. So my message here is not to push, 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 no matter what. No. Like this morning, at some point I stopped running because it was too uncomfortable and not enjoyable at all. Running with the wind against my face, it was not enjoyable at all. So I stopped at some point. And sometime in your life, you also need to listen to yourself. Like, for example, especially as a woman, we need to listen to our cycles. We are not built like men, which means men have only one cycle, but us, we have four cycles, right? We have our winter season when we get our periods. So that's when we are a bit tired. We want to stay, more inward. And then we have the spring where we have more energy, and we have our fall and we have our summer. We have all our season in us, our cycles. So it's also important to listen to it. Of course, there are different seasons too. The weather, there is also the moon cycle. So many cycles, um, so much information about all of that, and I'm so also interested in all of this. Um, Recently, the past years, I've been more curious about our cycles, but not only our feminine cycle, but also the moon cycles with the astrology, etc. But all this to say that it is also important to listen to ourselves, and sometimes it is good to push, and sometimes it is good to also listen and just to pause and say, okay, maybe not now, maybe I'll do it another way or I'll do it later. However, I don't believe in, you know, how to say, I don't believe in happiness without stepping out your comfort zone. To me, and that's my personal opinion, some people will say the opposite, but to me, if you really want to be happy or you really want to be successful, and success has so many definitions, it is important to step out your comfort zone at some point, because that's the only way to grow, to learn, to discover what it is that you really like, what it is that you love, what it is that you don't love. For example, for me, I knew I wanted to move back to Japan at some point. So now I live in Japan after 25 years abroad. So it is my comeback, right, to my hometown, one of my hometown. And it has not been easy to come here because I had to live my life in the US, to say bye to my friends, to say goodbye to my comfort. Uh, in Florida, you know, so it's never easy. But if I haven't made this move, I wouldn't know that, okay, right now that's really my life here in Japan, that's really what I wanted. And it is not easy every day. We have challenges every day with my family, but I prefer to live a life with no regrets rather than living a life where I have a lot of dreams, but they are not fulfilled because I don't make any decision and I don't take any action. So for me, to be able to live a life with no regrets, it has to come with stepping out our comfort zone. And that's what makes our life beautiful, isn't it? So I would love to hear from you also, your thoughts, your share, your experiences. And I talk to you soon. Bye bye. Mata ne, sayonara.